Hello everyone. So today we're going to do a little something different. As many of you know who follow the channel, I generally do reviews and unboxings of arcade cabinets and arcade games. But today we're going to take a look at the One Netbook handheld. It's a brand new handheld that just came out. This is the 1165 G7 model. So we're going to open it up, take a look at the contents, and go from there. So this was shipped, I believe, directly from the manufacturing plants in China. So here, very interesting. Nice. Okay, we got padding. And by the way, I did get the model or the addition for the keyboard so that it can actually work as a mini computer. Take a look at that. Not bad, and you can see the little docking connections here. Mouse. Not bad. Okay. And let's get this out in itself. Okay, and there you can see where it says ONEXPLAYER, and it's not bad as far as they have little symbols here going across the ledge on the edges of it. So packing wise, looks pretty good. Let's see what we have on the back here. It's letting us know the model, which is ONEXPLAYER, 16 gigabytes. Okay, let's open this up. Okay. Alright, and inside here, you can see it is packed very well. Okay. And looks like we have some instructions. Take a look at that, and at the bottom of the box it says charger. We'll take a look at that. Take this out. Oh wow, this is a huge viewing area. It doesn't really give you justice unless you're holding this thing. This is, I want to feel like this is like 2 times bigger than my Switch. Let's get the plastic off without damaging anything. Okay, so let's take a look at the back. Right here, it's letting you know tear off to boot up. Okay, and this looks like, okay, a kickstand for it. And there you can see it's a Core i7 Intel processor inside. So we have speakers, a button. Diagonal pad feels good. It feels solid. Not bad. A menu button. Some menu buttons. Buttons feel good. And the turbo button, so you can downclock or slightly overclock the CPU inside. So let's take a look up front here. What do we have? Air vents for your components, headphone jack, USB, power, SD card. And we have two buttons over here. Feel good. They don't feel loose or anything. They feel solid. Okay. Just I will say, just by holding it and everything else, it has some weight to it. It doesn't feel flimsy. It feels substantial. So let's. Oh, and here that looks like that says a mute for the speaker. And over here we have volume controls. Let's see here, up and down for the volume, so you can control that easy. So let's see what this actually does here. Okay, so there it looks like the power button perhaps. So I don't know how much power is actually on the unit. But what's interesting is when I turned it on, I actually felt the unit vibrate, and I see this LEDs just came up there. So let's see if the unit actually has, did it come pre-charged enough, or do I need to charge it before I actually try to use it, which is what I would expect to have to charge it for at least an hour or so. So I think I will need to. Oh, looks like it's coming. And I have to get a guard for this this panel, because I definitely don't want fingerprints all over it and everything else. It is running Windows. So I guess you might say, so what am I going to use this for? Because generally I'm a arcade person who plays arcade games. So I'll probably just load up a bunch of different ROMs and put MAME on here and some other things like that. The model I have is quite strong, it's quite beefy, so I'll be able to play everything else. I'm going to probably put Steam on here as well, which is interesting because the Stream Deck was put on pre-order today, so I'm going to probably get one of those, and then I'll be able to compare apples to apples to see which one is actually better and everything else, and then go from there. But this one is running Windows versus the other one from Valve is going to be running Linux.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Speakers sound
sign
good.
in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. Your region is set to the United States. Is that right? Your keyboard is set to US. Want to stick with that? Do you also type with another keyboard layout? Now let's get you connected to a network. That way you can get updates, apps, and cat videos as soon as possible. How about the first one on the list?
I'll
Want to use
just
that one?
skip this for right now.
Just so you know, connecting to a network now could save you some time later. If you want to get that out of the way, choose yes. Type what you want to name your account.
Let's try something here. So it's neat. It brings in the on-screen display, and I wonder if I just automatically put in the docking station, if it will just automatically pick that up. We can try that right quick. So it snapped in just now, which is quite neat. I didn't have to do anything. So let me see if I put this. Oh, it's a cover as well. Neat. Okay. Let's try this.
Okay, now type a password for your account.
Make your computer easy.
Alright, well, obviously I'm not going to do all of this right now, because you're just like setting up a PC for anyone who's set up a PC before. So let's just see if I can bypass any of this right now. If not,
Make
Voice mode on. That's not a name you can use. Go ahead and try something else. That's not a name you can use. Go ahead and try something else.
Make your computer easier to use.
I haven't set up a Windows PC in a long time.
That's not a name you can use. Go ahead and try something else.
Oh, there it is. Alright, let's just type in something generic right quick.
Okay, now type a password for your account.
No, I didn't even do...
Type what you want to name your account. Okay, now type a password for your account.
Alright, let's just type in something here.
And one more time to make sure we've got it right. Now you can set up 3 security questions to help you reset your password if you forget it. Choose the first question and type your answer. You will need to finish entering your security questions before you can continue. You will need to finish entering your security questions before you can continue. Now for the second one. Same drill. Third one's a charm. Choose your last question, type the answer, and you're good to go. Use Windows Hello to unlock your PC with just your fingerprint. It's not only faster, it's more secure than a password. Want to set that up now? Hey, look, that's me, Cortana. Can I have permission
I'm
to
assuming
use
this is
the
the
info I need to do my
password
best
on the
work?
RF reader right there. No.
Almost done now. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
So there we go. Basically setting up Windows on a handheld device with the option to do anything you want with it. So I'm thinking like I'll probably put RetroArch on here. Just a bunch of different games and stuff like that. See how they play. I'm pretty sure they'll play fine, because this is, for a handheld, this is pretty beefy. But you cannot really understand just how large this viewing area is until you hold this thing. I mean, it's impressive. Okay, and we're done with the setup here. So obviously they're giving you a prompt to browse with. Microsoft Edge, not going to happen, so we'll install a different browser on here for sure. And from all intents and purposes here, you are running Microsoft Windows 10 here on this device. So let me see if we can, yeah. So all of the standard things you will see here in Windows 10, that's what you have here. It's just that you're running this on a handheld device that is set up for gaming. Let's see if I can get up the settings, or I should say the system task manager performance. Okay, here we go. So let's see if we can get a view of that. So CPU 11 Gen, Core 7 1165G7 at 2.8 gigahertz. And it goes and it scales up and down depending on what's needed. Memory looks like we got, as I said before, this is the 16 gigabyte of memory there. Hard drive, I can't remember how much hard drive space I got on this particular model. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the 1 terabyte model that I have. So it comes with 2 drive, C and D, basically 500 partitions on each. So you know you got some space used up for your operating system and such. So this was the 1 terabyte version. So there you all go. I'll take some time out later, get some stuff installed on it, and actually get some use with it, and we'll come back and and actually play around with it. But essentially, it's Windows. Everything you can do in Windows, you can do here with a touch panel, touchscreen to panel. You can install anything you want on here. You got your buttons and everything else. So if you are looking for a device that basically you can do everything on Windows that you normally do on your PC, but you wanted it on the go, this is a great device for you to take a look at and see if this is what you would be interested in. I will say they do have a carrying case for this model. I have to go get mine. They sent me the link for it, but I actually was not expecting this to come this soon. It just came out of the blue. It's like, oh, here it is. I was expecting a few more months before this actually got to me. But they actually have an official carrying case for this, so I'll get that as well. Before we go, let's take a quick look at the charger that it came with. So in the box we saw and we saw a charger here, so let's take a quick look and see the contents of that. It's funny, this doesn't feel like paper. I almost feel like some fake kind of leather, which is interesting. Okay, so you have your standard, what is that, USB-C connections there, and you get a beefy power brick right here. Let's see, is there anything special on here to look at? No. So either way, I'll plug this up, let the unit get a good charge before I start installing apps. We also got in here an instruction manual. Nobody looks at these things. And what do you have here? Manual. Probably gonna walk you through that Windows stuff that I just did, but it's just telling you how to set up Windows. You know, I think everybody knows how to do this by this point in time. And here on you get, like I said before, it was telling you there was a mute button, telling you how to use the mute button and such. And let's see, is there anything else on this guide? It's kind of odd if this guide was just printed out just to tell you about the mute button. But it seems like it's just one-sided, so maybe they didn't have this information inside the other manual, inside of this one, and they just wanted to let everybody know, okay, here's how you mute. So once again, your instruction manual, and it's going through and telling you all of the different components and everything else, standard stuff that I talked about earlier. And they tell you about all the different buttons, like how you use the turbo and initiate the keyboard and all that other stuff like that. Standard stuff you would see in any instruction manual. But always nice that they took the time out and printed it out for us instead of just saying, hey, go download this stuff from whatever website. And we have some card here. I'm pretty sure this has some code you can scan. Looks like so. All around, I'm very impressed with the packing, the way they handled the device, the way the device feels. I didn't mention it earlier, but this right here feels like it doesn't feel rough or anything. It feels comfortable to hold. I've been holding the One X while I was doing the whole video, so this whole time was about 20 minutes or so. I don't feel tired or anything else holding it. It feels comfortable, and I've been holding it with one hand. So I think any adult will be comfortable for this. I don't know, judging the size and the weight of it, if it would be something you would want to give to a child. So just because I could very easily see a child dropping this because their arms will get tired because of the weight and width of it. So it is much larger and weighs more than a Nintendo Switch as a reference point. So definitely for an adult, But then again, the prices of these, you probably wouldn't give it to a kid anyway. They were not a cheap item. I think, well, either way, if you want to look at the prices, you can go on the website and see. I was a backer, and so this was not the absolute highest. There was one model that was higher than this. I think this was the middle model, and then there was one tier lower. So anyway, so far so good. I'm very happy with it, impressed with it, the way it feels, all of the buttons, interaction with it, the speaker, the sound sounds great. So I'll connect it up to the internet after I get it charged, and give a follow-up video for it. But as I said, this was something different. I'll be back next time very soon with some new arcade games, some new arcade cabinets to review and take a look at. But until then, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to everyone later. Peace.